Go. Hey, it's Patrick from Inside Motorcycles, and we're here with Steve from Biker Down at the Toronto Motorcycle Show. So I thought we'd spend a bit of time, get
Thanks,
Steve
Patrick.
to tell us
Appreciate
about Biker Down.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So Biker Down was started over 10 years ago in the UK by UK Fire and Rescue. And the premise was pretty simple. Oftentimes motorcyclists are riding together in groups, or we're riding the same great roads, and so it's sort of a natural thing that oftentimes the first person upon a scene of a motorcycle accident could be a fellow rider. And so the founder of Biker Down UK, Jim Sanderson, sort of had an epiphany moment when he was riding with a group, and he came to decide that, hey, what we do actually isn't that difficult. We could teach this to the average rider. And so that was sort of the genesis for Biker Down. Fast forward 10 years later, UK has seen their motorcycle fatalities reduced by 30%. And we like to attribute a lot of that to the Biker Down and some other great programs there. And so we naturally thought, hey, this is such a great thing. It fills a gap that we have here currently in Canada. Why don't we embrace this? Why don't we take exactly the same recipe that they have there that's proven to be successful and bring it here to Canadian riders and offer it for free?
Cool, that's awesome. So there's 3 steps in the program?
You've got it, right. So Module 1 is about incident scene management and really reinforcing to riders that the number one person on an accident scene is themselves. And so we really teach about focusing, channeling the adrenaline that naturally kicks in at a motorcycle accident scene, and using that and harnessing the tools that we teach at Biker Down to then to be able to delegate out to other people who might be on scene to make sure that there's spotters and lookouts and someone who's maybe dealing with the patient straight away, calling 911. So that's sort of the genesis of Module 1. Module 2, we're proud to say, is in conjunction with and powered by the great folks at Canadian Red Cross. And so it's a world's first. In fact, we've even named the first aid component Biker Down First Aid for motorcyclists, so that's kind of a bit of a thrill. And essentially what we're doing is we're teaching the basics of preserve life. So what can I do if there's a major bleed, or I need to perform CPR, or how to properly remove a helmet if you need to remove a helmet, so that there's no surprises at that scene, and again, we're not causing collateral damage. So that's about an hour and a half in the mix of the overall program. And ultimately the takeaway there is that we're empowering people to feel confident to stand up as a good Samaritan and do whatever they can to preserve that life until the professionals arrive. And then Module 3, a little bit of a proactive segment. So in that, we're teaching a little bit of the science of why we're not seen on the road as motorcyclists. So we're talking about saccadic masking and looming and some other sciencey stuff that really will make sense to us as motorcycle riders, but also as car drivers, to be better and more aware of our surroundings, and especially motorcycle riders. And some of the other things we touch upon in there is also conspicuity strategy. So what should I be wearing in the urban environment? What should I maybe be wearing when I'm outside of the urban environment? And really helping people be prepared in that respect.
Cool. So now you have to tell us, we're standing in front of this amazing setup. What's this all about?
Thank you. Right. So of course, because Biker Down is free to Canadian motorcyclists, we need to fund the operational cost to be able to provide that training. And so we have this amazing MotoGP simulator that allows us to work with some fantastic sponsors, such as the good folks at Tizo. You can see their branding behind here. The folks at Moto Canada, who allow us to have this space. We also have Medical Data Carrier and Canada Safety Council supporting as sponsors to help bring their brand and allow them to activate the motorcycling rider in a unique and fun way. And so we're pleased to be able to leverage this to help drive revenues to support the Biker Down movement. So anybody who comes down to the Toronto Motorcycle Show, doesn't matter if you can ride or you can't ride, you can throw a leg over and we'll talk you through some fast laps, race against MotoGP 23 on the Mugello track today.
Fantastic. Who's going to set the record of your team?
Well, I might do it only because I've been doing it for a few years, but we've had some young racers out, especially in Vancouver where we saw you, and man, they were cutting some fast laps. They make this look really easy, and I think we'll probably be maybe into a 1:49 if things get cooking.
Very cool. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Patrick. Appreciate
We'll talk to
you.
you soon.
Yeah, thank you so much.